I'm following up on questions I had. So, Metabolic Topology is not my only book. I've written multiple, including CUPEROUS relativity, which happens to prove Albert Einstein wrong. Special relativity was wrong. General relativity was wrong, which I go into detail on it. It's highly relevant, actually, in the cure for diabetes, where our brains, as caregivers, as medical scientists, we have a way of experiencing the universe at the timing signature of CAPICHE time, which is we're carbon based, so it's 10,000 ohms, which is 1 amp per 10,000 volts, and that gets you 10,000 ohms because we're carbon based. It's roughly the electrical resistivity of carbon, and so our brains move at this pace of CAPICHE time, which is 10,000 beats a universe per 1 beat of cognition, which is the most important equation in the field known as psychology. That's the field that I come from. That happens to be important because when you're looking at curing diabetes, you have caregivers that basically burst out of the clock tower from their training. They're walking down a tightrope. There has to be everything to everybody, where they can see a clock moving in front of them, which they perceive that clock at CAPICHE time. 1 beat perceived per 10,000 beats a universe, and behind them the clock tower is moving at true time, which is 1 beat of the universe per 1 beat, which is the pace of physics entropies, which happens to be very important because diabetes is occurring at true time, and so a physician feels like they're working from behind, they can't catch up, they're sprinting down that tightrope. Has to be everything to everybody, and we struck back with a better solution of defining diabetes as 3 physics entropies: Tedium Impatience, Desoloing, and at the cellular level, there are different events that occur at different timing signatures relative to CAPICHE time, because there are conductors such as copper. Copper is highly present and correlates with different metabolic states, of which is not at CAPICHE time, but more at 10 beats of the universe per 1 beat perceived. And so at a cellular level, our cells are experiencing suffering at a timing signature that our brains can hardly imagine, basically. But that is how the CUPEROUS relativity that I've written translates into metabolic topology, which is very important, where there's multiple different timing signatures of experience, timing signatures of suffering. Diabetes is a pure physics entropy, where it is chaos at the cellular level. In Tedium Impatience and Desoloing, which there's, again, I elaborate more on the book. I'm happy to help teach in your medical school, in your nation state. Join us at the, with your policymakers at the Metabolic Topology Group of 4.